Hi, this is Dana Peterson, and this training module will be taking a look at diversity in the workplace. So from a learning module overview, um, this module is intended to provide its audience a basic understanding of what workplace diversity is and how those diversity requirements are impacting and challenging companies in today's global business society. In addition, the module will also outline the value that it provides to those same companies. Okay, so after completion of this learning module, you should be able to understand what workplace diversity is and why is it important. Identify the core areas of impact that diversity is having on companies or businesses, as well as identify steps required for companies to benefit from a diverse workforce. Okay, so just kind of review what workplace diversity is. Diversity consists of visible and non-visible differences. These differences are in relation to race, gender, ethnicity, sex, as well as age, just to name a few. Managing diversity is acceptance that workforce consists of a diverse population. The ability for companies to manage diversity within their organization is vital in today's society or in today's business world. When you have a diverse environment, it creates a more productive environment. More viewpoints, more beliefs, more trains of thought. Um, this allows for a company to be more productive. And then lastly, all parties feel as they're valued. When somebody feels valued, they certainly like to contribute towards driving towards organizational goals. Okay, so just looking at why workplace diversity is important. So just to highlight some of the key advantages in this area. Diversity increases creativity and the ability to solve problems, brings in a bunch of different talents. Talents work together towards a common goal. It allows to attract and retain talent. This provides the organization a competitive edge. When talent feels included, they work harder to drive towards a common solution. It establishes team synergy, enhances internal and external communication, also increases productivity. Lastly, allows to gain market share, establish diverse customers. The key here is that with uh, a diverse workplace environment, it also allows you to reach out to diverse customers with different backgrounds. Okay, so just taking a look at the impact that diversity has on businesses. The first bullet there is diverse workplace impacts the way workforce functions. One of the key points here is that diversity requirements really removes the traditional office culture for many companies. No longer can companies get away with having the old way of doing things in culture or operational ways. They now need to be more receptive to many of the different cultural requirements and beliefs that could be under one roof within their business. And then the next thing, companies can operate globally. The good thing here is with employees located around the world, companies are able to effectively leverage the internet or email to for the teams to be able to communicate effectively. This can happen with employees around the world. Okay, and then the next section here is diversity allows increased revenues. When properly implemented, a diverse workforce provides more income for companies. They provide, you know, additional foresight, additional problem solving skills. So, but the one thing around this is that on the flip side, it could also be detrimental to revenue. And the reason being is that there may be costs associated to accommodate the new cultures via maybe some infrastructure requirements or training, etc. Okay, and the next one is diversity management. With diversity, it requires new processes and procedure adjustments internally in with how the company operates to accommodate for the diverse workforce. And then lastly is the provides competitive advantage. Competitive advantage is due to different backgrounds, which allow for innovation promotion, acceptance and ability to solve problems more effectively. So, in order for a company to benefit from diversity within the company, there are really some key steps that are required in order to make this happen. The first step is senior management really needs to commit and be held accountable for the diversity program. It means change for the organization, and management needs to ensure that they buy in. Next would be to conduct a thorough needs assessment. There really is no single best way to implement. So it needs to be tailored for the specific situation of the company. Within this, you need to understand business challenges as well as identify areas of the organization that would benefit most, as well as working to understand the organizational culture, right? With cultural differences bring different requirements. So then the next bullet is really, a company needs to ensure that they have a well-defined strategy to tied into the business results. Employees must embrace and accept the change as part of this strategy. This strategy would allow companies to compete for the best talent. It would work toward understanding demands for diverse customers. Develop, within that strategy, there needs to be a defined, clear communication plan developed. And then lastly, within that strategy, you need to ensure that you incorporate diversity issues into the regular business of the organization. So the next step would be promote team building and work group training. Once employees are hired, steps are needed to ensure that goals and requirements can be met, right? It's one thing to have the staff in place, but you need to make sure that they're driving towards the organizational goals. Another key point within this team building and work group training is ensure that you leverage the strengths of each team member to gain the most benefit for the company. And then lastly, within this area is to promote involvement to ensure what that allows us to build confidence. But one of the key aspects that you want to avoid is look to avoid conflict, which could have a negative impact in this area. Okay, in the last bullet references the requirement to establish metrics and evaluate effectiveness. Establishing metrics allows the ability to understand the impact that diversity is having on the business. It seems that many organizations seem to struggle in this area. One of the things that they look to, they tend to not want to look at the metrics in fear that it's going to open up exposure to their problems in regards to how they handle diversity. But one of the key things that metrics allows is for issues to be identified, right? So it's real valuable for an organization to look to identify the issues, identify where improvements are being made, or identify where improvements need to be made. And then lastly, organizations under this particular bullet, benefits will not occur instantly, right? Companies need to be patient. They need to allow their strategy to work. So that's it for this training, for the training diversity in the workplace. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for taking the time to review it. So this slide provides some good supplementary material around diversity in the workplace. A couple of good YouTube videos, as well as some additional good reading information in relation to the topic. Okay, and lastly, I've provided 3 discussion questions in relation to diversity in the workplace for to do some additional research in this area. The first question is, name 2 key U.S. federal anti-discrimination laws that were implemented and provide details as to what issues they each addressed. Second discussion question is, provide 3 examples in which diversity can negatively impact a company. And then the last discussion question, identify a time in which you have been either positively or negatively impacted by diversity in the workplace. And then how did you react to that situation? Thanks for taking the time to watch this video. Hope you enjoyed it.